Hello, this is the Excel file about the sequences of the pieces. And now I sort it by it has lines, by the number. So this is the basic order. It shows, including the two ends of the acts, 65 points. And the most consequent numbering was here in the Henneberg piano score, vocal score. So I take this as a comparison. Now I'm going to fade out these. I'm going to compare now Henneberg, the Firenze. What has Firenze from which pieces has Firenze? I go sorting, per individual sorting, I sort after Firenze. So the numbers are here. Here you see this is Firenze, how it is. And compare it with Henneberg, you see what is here, and here below you see what is not used by the scores. Firenze, so I put this here, I take this away, and now we can see what in detail what Firenze, these are the pages beginning with 1 for the first act, beginning with 2 for the second act, which pieces are taken. The order is more or less consequent, but there are always some inconsequences. All these parts which are available in other scores are not available in Firenze. Now I show you the general matrix. It shows, wait, now we go up to the beginning. Libretto, the ordered libretto, which is printed as a book. Libretto as a Word file with the pages here, page numbers. This is the Salzburg performance of 2012. Now here is the Berlin score, Frankfurt score, Frankfurt Main, Berlin, BER, like the airport, FFM. This is Opera 628. This is Library of Congress, microfilm. This is Firenze, Biblioteca del Conservatorio Cherubini di Firenze. This is Herzog August Bibliothek. That is the number of this manuscript or the order. This is Stuttgart State Landesbibliothek. It's called Handschrift 682.A. Here we have Hamburg State Library, Manuskript MA 259, Teil 1. Hamburg, and this is Bayerische Staatsbibliothek, digital collection. You can even download all this for free. And then you have the Henneberg piano's vocal score. You can also download it for free. And this is CCC Classic Kulturzentrum, my own number. Here we can see that the introduction is equal for all 8. Here, for the recitative of Queen, Frankfurt has a totally different aria with a different text. I have not put it into music yet because it is sort of exotic. Stuttgart does not have this recitativo. Duetto, all have it. Sarastro, a few passages are lacking in the Frankfurt manuscript. All have the quintetto. All have the pantomima. And here you see the Papageno aria has several verses which are only partially represented. You have been partially sang in Salzburg, the rest has been cut, but it's not in the Berlin text. But I have it in my partition. I have all the different verses. Now, Hail Osiris. All versions have this. Hail Osiris. All the versions have this recitativo of Sarastro. All versions. All have the declaration of war and how they get closer to the war. All have Papageno meeting his family. All have Monostatos, the duetto with Papagena. All have it. Now, when Monostatos has been imprisoned, in Salzburg a passage is lacking. In Bayern only this sentence is lacking. All have the temptation in the labyrinth and the rapturing of Pamina. So for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the sources, this is the end of Act 1. Berlin and Henneberg piano score have all these passages, which is Venus and Amor, like betting who will win, to seduct Tamino or Pamina, and then they are afraid and they are rapturing Pamina. So Tamino is swearing the Queen of the Night, and this is then the Sarastro's comment, all present in Berlin. And we have none of the sources have these sentences which I know from the libretto, or these sentences are lacking. So have they ever been put into music? This is the question. Now here is the end of Berlin, first act, and Salzburg, and so on. Now second act. Chorus. Bayern is lacking the end. Everybody has when Tamino is depressive, the dance of the Black Woman is not in Salzburg, but all other sources. Tamino's aria is in all sources, but Frankfurt and Library of Congress have 24 bars more, and as Hen has, and my score has. Everybody has the quartetto, very little lacking, one sentence lacking in 2 of the scores, 3. Yeah, and Library of Congress doesn't have this end. Papageno's farewell aria when he's going to travel is shortened in most of the sources. It was shortened in Salzburg, but only of 1 verse. I have contained all 4 verses, so the CCC is the most complete. All have the Pamina aria, it's important, Ach, ich muss allein es tragen. All alone I have to carry. Io devo sol portare. Then there is one aria, follow the concile of your mother, which is only present in Frankfurt. It's nowhere else, so I haven't put it in music. There is one citation in Berlin and Firenze, where Papageno citates diesen Kuss mit diesen Blicken. Bring this kiss my longing glances. Questo bacio con questi sguardi. There's only one little song from Papageno, only in Berlin, and nowhere else. And this marcha is put again in front of the duetto Pamina and Papageno, only in Frankfurt in Library of Congress. Now we have this Weibchen treu eurer Schatten. Ladies loyal like your shadow, un amico fedele como un'ombra. This is shortened in most of the versions, but only in the CCC version it has all the rhymes. The monostatos in Papageno is present in all sources. Just one phrase, the Library of Congress, the copyist has forgotten to put the text of one phrase. So what? And duetto Papageno, everybody has it. Now comes some another incomplete point. When the three geniuses says to Tamino, we have to separate here, and he says, how can you separate? In Library of Congress, it's very much shortened. The geniuses are not singing at all, so they were totally skipped. In Herzog-August Bibliothek HAB in Stuttgart, the beginning is shortened, and only Berlin, Henneberg, and CCC has the complete part. Bayern has most parts, but lacking quite a bit. Another march, and when the Tamina and Pamina meet again, you are mine again. Then the queen says, oh, she throws lightnings and thunder after them. This is only presented in Frankfurt and Berlin, also in Bayern and Henneberg piano score, and CCC. The others don't have it. Now, when the queen is desperate, it's only in Berlin, Frankfurt, Henneberg, and CCC. All the others don't have it. Now comes Gebe dir uns nicht Pamina, the choir duel. Duel of choirs is only in Berlin, Henneberg, and CCC. Then we come to the end. Look at the dangerous bird we are bringing, so the children, Papagenos, present that they have overcome the bad boy. It's also in Bayern and Henneberg and CCC. Ganz nun soll die Nacht im Nebel verschwinden, es zeige sich die Königin der Nacht. All night and all fog may vanish by now, la foggia not dispariscono ora. So this one is short, but only present in Berlin and Frankfurt Main, Bavaria and Henneberg. Berlin and Frankfurt also have this eternal punishment thing. For eternal penalty, eternal shame. Pena eterna, infamia eterna. Zu ewiger Straße, zu ewiger Schande. So Berlin and Frankfurt. In Berlin it is damaged, so we can find the lacking fragments here. In Frankfurt and Henneberg. Henneberg is lacking a little bit at the end. So most of them end here, but we have Heilterminusik and Ehre, this Heil, and no power can separate us anymore but our death. So this is the end of the opera for some of the sources here. In shorter version, about Berlin and Frankfurt, they have it before their end. And of course Henneberg and CCC does have it. This is more or less the comparison. I hope you had fun.